Hello and good morning. Welcome to lesson 34 in Course in Miracles. Today's lesson is I could see peace instead of this. The idea for today begins to describe the conditions that prevail in the other way of seeing. Peace of mind is clearly an internal matter. It must begin with your own thoughts and then extend outward. It is from your peace of mind that a peaceful perception of the world arises. 3 longer practice periods are required for today's exercises. 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening are advised, with an additional 1 to be undertaken at any time in between that seems most conducive to readiness. All applications should be done with your eyes closed. It is your inner world to which the applications of today's idea should be made. Some 5 minutes of mind searching are required for each of the longer practice periods. Search your mind for fear thoughts, anxiety-provoking situations, offending personalities or events, or anything else about which you are harboring unloving thoughts. Note them all casually, repeating the idea for yourself slowly as you watch them arise in your mind, and let each one go to be replaced by the next. If you begin to experience difficulty in thinking of specific subjects, continue to repeat the idea to yourself in an unhurried manner, without applying it to anything in particular. Be sure, however, not to make any specific exclusions. The shorter applications are to be frequent and made whenever you feel your peace of mind is threatened in any way. The purpose is to protect yourself from temptation throughout the day. If a specific form of temptation arises in your awareness, the exercise should take this form. I could see peace in this situation instead of what I see now. If the inroads on your peace of mind take the form of more generalized adverse emotions such as depression, anxiety, or worry, use the idea in its original form. If you find you need more than one application of today's idea to help you change your mind in any specific context, try to take several minutes and devote them to repeating the idea until you feel some sense of relief. It will help you if you tell yourself specifically, I can replace my feelings of depression, anxiety, or worry, or my thoughts about this situation or this personality or event with peace. I can replace my feelings and state them with peace. And that is the end of lesson 34. I could see peace instead of this. I'm just going to move on to the channelings of Jesus to see what is said there first. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. This is, of course, the lessons that you begin to see the choices you make. The unconscious desire for attack and war is something most of you remain completely oblivious to when you perceive yourself. You lay the face of innocence on your consciousness and see yourself as loving and a gentle being, unless provoked. We want to address that caveat, unless provoked. It is true that you are a loving being. You were made of love, from love, and for love. You have forgotten this truth, and you have had many teachings to strengthen that memory lapse. This has caused a place of separation. You must remember that. The default setting here causes separation. How do you know? Look at your separate body. Your separate body demonstrates your belief in separation. It is the most powerful tool the ego uses to prove you are alone and abandoned. It is the ego's vehicle as most of you use it. The body, in and of itself, is neutral. You can use it for good or bad. You can love it or hate it. You can see it as a communication device, a weapon, or bait. We want you to understand that your seeing things differently comes as a choice. It's your free will how to use your body. That comes up in another lesson. For now, we remind you that how you look at the world and the interior experience generated from that perception is your choice. Indeed, when you feel that little frisson of anger, judgment, or hatred, you say to yourself, I can see this differently. I am able to see this differently. There's another way of looking at this thing. I don't have to cause this wound in myself. This is what you do, dear ones, when you do not see peace in front of you. You attack yourself. You mistakenly think you are attacking another, But that feeling of distress, loss of peace, anxiety, fear, or anger inflicts a wound on yourself. Do this lesson willingly and happily. Know you're cultivating a higher frequency closer to love with these lessons. And what happens in a frequency of love and peace? Healing takes place. Your body thrives at the frequency of love and peace. Your aging and illness processes come from a lack of peace and resistance to what is. It is not an act of weakness to accept what is, but it is an act of love and strength to say, I will not inflict pain and suffering on myself by judging this situation. I am that one that you know as Jesus. We thank you once again for taking time out of your busy day to heal your mind. That is what we are about here. We are healing your mind so that you can create a peaceful world. We will see you again tomorrow. Understanding that we have so much power, that we have all the power in the world, we have all the power of God, and that power can simply be love. And we have the power to choose to see things from a different vantage point. I have a sister-in-law who loves to paint, and she has shown me how the light can change the color of a wall from the same room, or it can change the same wall simply by shining at it, the light on it, or looking at it differently. We are the paint on the wall. We are the observer of the paint. And if we look at that wall, if we look at our life a little differently, it will completely change colors for us. We can change it to the color of peace rather than the color of attack and war. This is our opportunity to begin to realize that we have so much more control over our world than we've ever believed, and that we are not, in fact, the victims of the world we see. We determine the way that we experience our life by the way we choose to respond to the things that happen and to the beliefs that we cherish and hold within us that we are projecting out onto the world. Today is a really big lesson. Be open, be willing to say, there might be another way to look at this, even if it feels awful. There may be a gift somewhere buried in all of the awfulness. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.